Just think, all of this started with a boy on a paper route. And that boy was named Sean John Combs. Born in Harlem, USA, and raised in Mount Vernon, New York. Even as a kid, it was apparent he was destined for fame and fortune. He stated, "I started my business career at the age of 12, delivering newspapers to the elderly, and I quickly learned to get an edge by placing newspapers between the screen door and the front door rather than throwing them on the lawn. That little extra made me different and a better paper boy than the last. That's why I learned to give customers my very best and service them differently." Fast forward to the grown-up Diddy we know today. He's driving jet skis, making love to all kind of beautiful women, drinking that Ciroc while not spilling the drop on that white suit. It's like he was a black superhero and lived the life we all dreamed. In the 90s, you might have heard him say words like, take that, or let's work, baby, let's work. One of my favorite lines I ever heard him say in a song was, "Don't matter if I write rhymes, I write checks." Oh man, this guy really inspired me to step out, follow my dreams, and take chances on becoming an entrepreneur. He was and still is living the American Dream 2.0. Just check out his Instagram. You know you've made it when you have a personal assistant holding an umbrella following your every move. Man, his parties were the stuff of legend too. You had to be someone to get the invite, and they went on for days. I'm talking about all expenses paid with 3-course meals, spaghetti, fettuccine, and veal. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Rumor has it, he paid his barber $7,000 a week and his personal trainer $500,000 a year. He also had a personal jeweler on standby to deliver jewelry on demand. Wake up, eat breakfast, you know what? F it, I want a yellow canary diamond with my Lucky Charms, and boom, it magically appears. Imagine that life. Private jets, helicopters, yachts, and the best luxury cars that money can buy, all at your fingertips. You know you've arrived when you partner with Lincoln and they create a custom navigator bearing your name. He also had a liquor called Diddy's Drinks too, though I never heard of that until today. This guy was the constant promoter and the ultimate hustler. Must be nice to get worldwide coverage and have so many spots you don't even do luggage. I certainly would love that. What a rags to riches story and a never-ending fairy tale ride he's on. But before living the high life, Combs attended Mount St. Michael's Academy. There, he was a standout football player. Upon graduating in 1987, he enrolled at Howard University. This cat was always hustling, throwing parties, driving cabs, being the life of the party, and doing anything to make a spare buck. With the help of his friend Heavy D, he landed a job as an intern for Uptown Records and did anything and everything his mentor Andre Harrell asked. Ultimately, he figured he could make it without college and dropped out. He's credited with shaping the look and the sound of Mary J. Blige and Jodeci. Under his guidance, they both went on to platinum success. After the success of both projects, he was promoted to vice president of the company and was given his own production company, Bad Boy Entertainment. Shortly after that, he discovered Craig Mack and the notorious B.I.G. By this time, success had gone to his head and he'd gotten beside himself. No one could tell him anything other than Andre Harrell. That created a lot of dysfunction in the work environment, and he was given his walking papers and shown the door. Don't call me, I'll call you. His hustle and determination was his gift and his curse. After that, he went into a deep depression and thought his career was over. From the basement of his mother's house, he struggled to relaunch Bad Boy as an independent company. After meeting Clive Davis of Arista Records and letting him hear Craig Mack's Flavor in Your Ear and some early cuts from Biggie, Clive was sold. That opened the door for Combs to secure a distribution deal, and the Bad Boy era took flight. From the mid-90s to the early 2000s, you couldn't turn on your radio or go anywhere without hearing one of his label's hits. That label, along with a few others, practically ruled the airways during that time period. Bad Boy Entertainment lived at the top of the charts too, and the mastermind behind the controls was none other than Sean Puffy Combs. From Craig Mack's Flavor in Your Ear to Biggie's Hypnotize, all the way to Mace and 112, they put up hit after hit and kept the party going, making Diddy a very rich man and the go-to person in the music industry when you wanted a hit. The golden era of Bad Boy emphasized the good life. Rollers on your wrist, popping crisp, and pulling up on the scene in a brand new 6, flashing while pulling the baddest chicks. Bad Boy music was all about having a good time and kept the dance floors packed across America and worldwide. At that time, he had the Midas touch, and everything he touched turned to platinum and gold. Every artist wanted to be a part of Bad Boy Entertainment too. It's like he had the cheat code to life. Nothing could go wrong, at least for a while anyway. Let's take a trip down memory lane and look back at some of the members of the Bad Boy roster in its prime. Lil' Kim, 112, Faith Evans, Mace, I love the shiny suits by the way, Carl Thomas, LOX, Total, Black Rob, and many more. That alone was enough to secure his legacy, but wait, there's more. He also had a number of collaborations with other superstars that catapulted him out of this atmosphere. Nas, Jay-Z, Mariah Carey, Usher, Keisha Cole, Nelly, Busta Rhymes, Fabulous, Christina Aguilera, Pharrell, and the list goes on and on. All of that success would eventually open the doors to other avenues of business. But along his journey, he had a few bumps in the road where things could have went all the way left. For example, the trampling of people at an AIDS charity event where several people lost their lives, the attack of Steve Stout with the chair, and the shooting at a New York nightclub. There was also an episode on the radio where one of his former artists threatened to throw a refrigerator at him over their publishing. You know you had to make someone mad when they threatened to throw a refrigerator at you. Diddy will ultimately return their publishing. It also was reported that he gave Drake the 5-finger discount a few years ago as well. What did the hand say to the face? Smack! That's a little Rick James humor for you from Dave Chappelle's show. Oh yeah. Fortunately, he managed to escape all of those things unscathed. Throughout the years, he's been in some high-profile relationships too. Most notable, the lovely Kim Porter, the voluptuous Jennifer Lopez, and Cassie Ventura too. The one that fascinated me the most was J-Lo. I couldn't believe he captured the eye and the heart of Jennifer Lopez. At that time, she was almost every man's dream girl across America, and you could easily see why. They were the talk of the town and all over the tabloids. Ultimately, something went terribly wrong, and their relationship couldn't stand the test of time. The previous discussed nightclub shooting was too much to overcome, and they parted ways. There goes the neighborhood. Let's wrap this up by highlighting some of Sean Diddy Combs' endeavors. Bad Boy Records, Bad Boy Films, Making the Band, Sean John Clothing Line, Blue Flame Agency, which is the launchpad for marketing all of his brands, acting on Broadway and in movies, Ciroc and De Leon Tequila, Capital Preparatory Harlem Charter School for educating underprivileged youth, his television network Revolt TV and Revolt Film, and charitable contributions. Hey, he's got it right. You're blessed to be a blessing. Last but not least, Combs Enterprise, which is comprised of all of his businesses. His estimated net worth is a whopping $850 million, and he's on pace to become hip-hop's second billionaire. After enlisting Ray Dalio as his mentor, he should definitely reach that goal. Not bad for a kid from the gritty streets of Harlem who said he learned his most valuable business lesson at the age of 12 on a paper route. He too was raised by a single mother after his father was killed in the streets. His story and others exemplify what this show is all about, and goes to show no matter where you start, you can achieve almost anything. Let's see what tomorrow brings for him. I got a feeling though things will be great. Cats like this always have a trick up their sleeve. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, 'cause it's bad boy for life. The saga continues.